shoreline on Lake Michigan, which will, in our children's generation, become even more valuable than it is today. That's a great responsibility. And so I think on behalf of the Surfrider Foundation, which is an international organization that, among other things, is interested in keeping water clean, we believe that this pipeline should be closed. And it's already showing signs, since I last spoke with you, it's showing signs of deterioration. Lining inside the pipeline they've got evidence that it's falling apart. So it should be shut down, and that oil and natural gas should be transported in some other way so that we pull that out of, it would be like taking a bulb of oil and dropping it into drinking water. Why would you do that? So it should be shut down, and some more responsible way of transporting that fuel should be arrived at. Shorewood's role is we are a unique community in a unique spot on our planet. And as stewards of that resource, I think it's incumbent upon us to make responsible moves. This statement, I think, along with many communities and organizations, the Episcopal Church, the Eastern Diocese of the Episcopal Church in Michigan just signed on, a number of other religious organizations, will be the first non-native municipality in Wisconsin, but the first, I hope, of many. And so while this is symbolic, I think it can become a chorus of voices from states outside of Michigan, because really the community of the Great Lakes is a more permanent and real boundary than state lines. So it's our responsibility, it's incumbent upon us to start making moves to protect this great resource that will make Shorewood an even more special place as time goes on.
You know how many communities in Michigan have signed on?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but it's easily over 100 communities, private businesses, organizations. An order of nuns just signed on in Monroe, Michigan. I forgot who they are, but they are. So probably hundreds of organizations and communities across Michigan.
One of the things that we discussed at committee is that what this does not only is call attention to the importance of protecting the waters, but also the issues that are related around our dependency on oil and natural gas and the transport of those. So it's not, there are lots of risks of transporting across land, and there have been accidents and damage to the environment. But we thought rather than sort of not support this in fear of encouraging something else that might affect Wisconsin more directly, we just thought we need to address all of it. And this is before us right now. And then as a state and a nation and a globe, we need to address all those same issues around our use of energy. So there may be more issues like this that are before us as far as taking action, and we didn't see that as a negative. We just saw this as the beginning of an important conversation.
So what would we do?
So so the motion would be to adopt the resolution. We did recommend one change.
Now, right now, the resolution is in here, and it's called it's not proposed, it's let me get to the beginning. What's the title here? Sample. Right now it's called sample resolution.
Yes. So
So one thing, we get rid of the word sample.
We could get rid of the word sample, so I would propose that we get rid of the word sample. And then towards the end, it's easier on the second page if you go up from the bottom. There's a paragraph that says, "and be it further resolved," and then there's a paragraph above it that says, "Be it further resolved that the Village of Shorewood, Wisconsin supports the Resolution 182 and Resolution 15 introduced by Michigan State Representatives Sarah Roberts and Jeff Irwin, calling on Michigan Governor Rick Snyder and Attorney General Bill Schwett to shut down Line 5. And we just felt that we didn't want to adopt a resolution that references legislation that we A, had not read, and B, is not being considered in our state, and that the following paragraph really focuses on the action that we would like to take, which is just sending a letter supporting the shutdown action.
So we get rid of the one paragraph.
Correct.
I looked up the House resolution, HR, is it 182?
Yeah.
That's essentially the same resolution that you're signing on to, so it's a bit redundant. So it's okay.
We're not losing any force here. So those would be the two proposals, removing the word sample, and then it could be a resolution that we adopt, and also removing that paragraph. So would we be able to take action on that tonight then? Or would we want to change it and then bring it back to be considered as the final document?
You can do that.
You just indicated in the motion that you're excising excuse me, the entire clause, and then the other one was the reference to the title.
Okay, well, I'll make that motion. Make a motion to adopt the resolution calling for complete shutdown of Enbridge Line 5, removing the word sample from the title and the clause that references the house, I'm sorry, what's that, HR 182 and CR 15.
Second.
Comment, I have one. Normally, would this have a resolution number to it? Or
Yeah.
do we need to have a resolution?
Which we can always assign it to.
So you would assign a resolution number to it?
Are there any other details that we've overlooked?
Do we have a
title?
yeah.
It says Village of Shorewood, the state of Wisconsin. I know state of Wisconsin. Second paragraph from the end, resolved, I guess.
The Village of Shorewood, comma, Wisconsin, comma?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it all good, something, so if it's
Comma,
going across
Wisconsin,
state
comma.
lines.
Thank you.
You know, as I read
There
this.
very well might be a Shorewood in Michigan.
Right,
There's
there's
one.
Where's Illinois?
Yeah.
Shorewood, Illinois comes up if you do search.
You know, as I read this.
And where it says, be it further resolved that the Village of Shorewood, well, there it says Wisconsin, so, and be it further resolved that the Village of Shorewood, comma, Wisconsin again.
As I read this and kind of thought through why are we doing it, it really brought to mind that this is part of our stewardship of the Great Lakes, our water supply. I mean, it's our fresh drinking water supply for us and a large part of the world, probably at some point. But it also said, well, we need to be stewards here, and we keep moving forward on what we're putting on our streets and the Finland River and the lake, and keep moving ourselves. We've got a lot of things we got to work on here. So.
Right, and there might be similar issues in Wisconsin that we start looking at as well.
Is that an amendment you'd like to make, or?
Right, so that was a motion, I believe it was seconded,
Yeah,
and then
but if she wants to make that,
the
Can we
amendment
just make it friendly?
to add Wisconsin,
yeah,
wherever it says Shorewood, put a comma in Wisconsin.
Did we have a second then? Any
yes, we
other,
did.
any other comments, questions?
I just want to thank Eric Gibson for bringing, and Sir Ryder for following these issues and bringing it to our attention so that we can be part of the discussion.
Well, yeah, on behalf of the Surfrider Foundation, thank you again.
But wait until we vote.
Yeah. Even for considering. Appreciate it.
So we have motion second, all in favor of the motion?
Excuse me, let's do a roll call vote. Oh, it's a resolution.
Roll call vote.
Roll call vote, trustee Maher,
Yes.
trustee McKay,
Yes.
trustee Rozak,
Yes.
trustee Zobek. Aye. Trustee Menta,
Hi.
President Johnson.
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Okay. Now we'll move up to item 1 under public works, trustee Menta, the professional services agreement for the road program.
We're not doing,
What did I?
we
Oh,
skipped
Oh, I forgot. Sorry about that. So we'll do public safety,
Yeah,
trustee Rosa, consideration of ordinance to amend the on-street parking regulations on the south and north Oakland.
Thank you. Staff presented a housekeeping procedure here for this ordinance that's on the books. I'm going to have Erica, the planning director, to explain in further detail, but the gist is that we're trying to make on-street parking regulations that surround, for a certain area within the commercial zoning on residential streets, consistent all the way through and surrounding our business district. And so this is an anomaly that there's different parking regulations than other places, and so we're trying to make it consistent with what is on the streets right now. So if you'd like to explain more details.
I think it would be easiest for everyone to understand if they would refer to the aerial photo where I have some marks on it that displays what the changes are. This all was initiated from the police department. Amber, she noticed some inconsistencies and brought it to our attention, and here we are today. So I'm going to start on the north side of what's changing. Right now there's a sign set back 30 feet from the intersection that says no parking here at the corner. You don't see that anywhere else in the commercial district on the side streets. The standard regulations, which I have the code reference in my memo, is 15 feet that no one can park to an intersection as measured from the crosswalk. So we're saying to repeal that wording of 30 feet. And when you repeal it, you don't have to do anything else for the north side because it defaults to no parking 15 feet. And the committee said, well, why don't you just take the sign right now that says no parking here in the corner and move it 15 feet? Because, and we don't do that everywhere, and the Public Works Director, Leanne Butchick, is here to better clarify that if you have those questions. But because that area is getting so traffic heavy, it might be good to sign that spot. So that's the north side. Okay, the changes on the south side, Amber discovered that it actually was assigned to no parking. And to clarify this, many of the streets along Oakland Avenue and Capitol Drive, for that one segment in the commercial district, the streets are wider. And I do have a list, more 70% of the roads, it seems like, off those two corridors. That little notch around the corner onto the side streets is a wider section of the street that you can park on both sides. Right. So I should have said that before. So the south side, it said no parking, and it should allow parking because it's wide enough to have that. But then we found out that the code actually didn't have that. It had nothing for that section of the road from Oakland eastward. So what the code is doing is adding to the code that to have 2-hour parking from Oakland 88 feet eastward. And that 88 feet lands you at the second approach. There is approach for Starbucks immediately off of Oakland. And then 88 feet from the crosswalk over is to the starting of the second approach. That is that front yard parking in front of a multi-family that's been there for a long time. So Public Works pointed out that there's the parking, 2-hour parking should not go all the way to the 120 feet wide part where that ends, because there's only like 8 feet left that a car could park on the other side of that second approach. And what's the point? That would really encourage people to spin in there and maybe then into that approach. So we should just, let's negate that issue and just put it up to the front end of the approach. So let me see. So the zoning ordinance actually adds that language to allow parking from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., which I took a look at the parking codes, and I'd say 90% of those like intersections around the corner are 8 to 7. I did find one was 8 to 6. I don't know why, but this is the most common parking along along Oakland and parts of Capitol around the corner.
So 2-hour parking each side,
Correct.
but it would stop before that driveway. So
Correct.
it would be the very end, would be no parking, there's no parking sign. But
Uh,
the remnant, that's easy.
Right, because they only park on the north side on that street, as the aerial indicates. Or the other.
So if I can make a motion and then there's further discussion. So I move to approve ordinance number 2071, amending on-street parking regulations along East Allen Street, east of North Oakland Path.
Further discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Trustee Menta?
Aye.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee McKay?
Yes.
Trustee Rozak?
Yes.
Trustee Zobek?
Aye.
President Johnson?